Greetings and salutations and welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be looking at certification in preparation for a series where I'm going to go through all the objective domains, hopefully for the ACU, and at least go through most if not all of the ACP Inventor domains. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Right, okay, so certification, if you don't know, is Autodesk's way of kind of showing who knows their stuff about each product. And whilst most products have it, not all, there's a list I'll go through later. But essentially you have three kind of ways to certify people. You have the ACU, which is the Autodesk Certified User, the ACP, which is the Autodesk Certified Professional, and you have the ACI, the Autodesk Certified Instructor. Now the ACU and the ACP are generally for anybody. The ACI, you have to be part of an Autodesk Authorized Test Center or an Autodesk Authorized Academic Partner, which basically means you've got to be working for them professionally, which only means you have better teaching skills. But the ACU and the ACP demonstrate to an employer that, hey, I know my stuff, hire me, rather than having to go through a lot of testing and showing that you have to show it in other ways. Whereas if you can go through the portfolio and you've got the skills, then it makes it a little bit easier. It's also standardized and verified. It's also done in proper test conditions. You actually have to go to a proper test center for a lot of these, or it will be moderated online in the new OnView system. But what this essentially now means is that you've got a standard platform where you can mark everyone against, and it's a simple pass-fail system. There's no in between. So if you go through, so we're on the certification page, it's just demonstrate your skills. So now, down here it says prove your knowledge, advance your career goals. And so you see you've got the certified user and the certified professional. For user, you've got 3ds Max, AutoCAD, Fusion 360, Inventor, Maya, and Revit Architecture. If you go to the professional side, you've got 3ds Max, AutoCAD, Civil 3D, Inventor, Maya, Revit Architecture, Revit Structure, Revit MEP, Electrical, and Revit MEP Mechanical. Now these are purely the product versions. There are lots of different versions of the ACP because you've got the product versions, which is the one I've got in front of you. Then you've got the role-based ones, which we'll go over to here, which are the BIM manager and mechanical engineer. And then you've got the applied ones, which are the certified professional Civil 3D for infrastructure design, the certified professional AutoCAD for drafting and design, and the certified professional for structural design and certified professional inventor for mechanical design, as well as certified professional Revit for architectural designs. That's a lot, and it's very confusing. But essentially, the ones in front of you here on this page are testing you specifically on your product skills, whereas the applied one's testing your knowledge around it, and your role is more testing stuff specific to the role that you will need that may not be related to the software, so other factors, material choices, etc, etc. And obviously this is all shared on Acclaim, which is their verification platform to say you've actually done it, because obviously it maintains credibility and water, it can't really be faked. So obviously you got the certification resources. If you are a student or an educator, get onto the Ambassador Hub. Each bronze, silver, gold, platinum and diamond, you get one free voucher, good for one of these ACP exams on here. So even if you fail once, you've still got plenty of tries. I'd recommend, if you're a student, look at the ACU, and if you've got a lot of skills, then go for the ACP. Unfortunately, as much as I want to the ACU, there's no centre that takes vouchers. This is the biggest irritation with the system, is that a lot of centres will refuse to take vouchers because they don't get any money from it. And a lot of centres don't expect to go to a centre because these certifications are expensive. And if you go to the voucher, expect to at least pay some administration or proctoring fee. Just because when you go in with a voucher, you pay for the exam, but you don't pay for any of the features, the facilities, the computer, the proctor. So, which is a bit of an irritation, because if no one can take it, then it's like, what's the point of having a voucher? And they do expire after 6 months, which is kind of irritating. But I know there are more ACP centres around because they're more for industry, whereas the ACU is generally more targeted for beginners and students. So if you do get the chance, go to it. I know some universities do ACU and ACP, so if you are a student, if you can get in contact, then there's definitely benefits. So yeah, as you see, this is on the British website, so it's all in pounds sterling, but as you can see, the newer ones aren't cheap, and it's about a similar price for the older ones, so it's definitely something you want to make sure you revise for. So now if I go on to the ACP, actually no, we've gone to ACU Inventor Objectives, and this is what I'm going to do in the next video. We're going to be going through Each one I was showing you the individual skills, basically ticking through, showing what you need to do. And some of these, on the ACU, if you've got 150 hours of instruction or hands-on use, it's not particularly daunting. A lot of this is just like, oh, change the viewpoint, so just use the view cube. Apply basic assembly constraints. Well, that can't be too terrible. If you've used assemblies before, it's mostly how you've worked through. And if you go to like apply dimensions, a lot of it is pretty basic. Yet then as soon as you go into ACP, so the big boy, you're expected to have 400 hours minimum experience, up to at least, and if you're recommended, it's about, I think it's about 1200, so quite a lot. But that's because you start going into iParts, iLogic. Also, let's have a look. You start going into the design accelerator, and start going to other bits and bobs that you won't generally use unless you're in industry, because they're a bit more niche. And overall, once you get into actually doing the exam, I've not done it. I'm looking to train for one this year. I'm hopefully going to go through. So a lot of this, the ACU I've done already a lot of the content with, but unfortunately I discovered, oh, I can't do it. So for the ACP, I'm going to train for it. And obviously, you can join me for the riders that I have to learn, and then I try to demonstrate how it all works. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be something different, but overall, it'll be going down the inventor path and working through the exam qualification and objective domains. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.